Like a knockback? Whoa! What the? Hey guys, Logdotzip here, and welcome back to another mod review. Today's mod review will be the TouHou Items mod, TouHou Item, by Kuroanko. Now, because this mod contains so many different items and recipes that need to be covered, what I've decided to do is split it up into two parts for your viewing ease, and the second part will be going up tomorrow. This mod adds a ton, I should say, of different items to Minecraft, and I guess it pays homage to something called the TouHou game, which is, I guess, some kind of Japanese adventure game or something other. And because of the fact that there are so many items to cover in this, look how many chests I had to fill. I'm going to actually save the crafting recipes. You can either check them out on the thread for the mod, which will be linked in the description as always, or you can wait because I'll be adding image overlays as I cover these specific items for each recipe. So let's get right into it. First of all, you're going to need to make pearls, and these are going to be the basic building blocks for quite a few of the items that we're about to cover. And since the recipe should be right over here, I should be able to just jump right into the next item. But there's probably going to be some jump cuts. I doubt I'm going to be able to do this in one take, so sue me. So the bullet shooters are just objects that launch projectiles, and you actually don't need physical bullets for them. So let's bust these out, and I can give you an idea of what each one does. Alright, so the first one we'll cover is the Brilliant Dragon Bullet. Now what you do is you right click, and it actually shoots off thunder like that. It's a ball of thunder. Now if you hold down your sneak key, whatever you have set to sneak, you can it will throw 5 at once, and it has all these little cool visual effects, and it's pretty neat. And oh, I guess you can spam click it. Actually, let me get off of survival mode. You'll see it does have unlimited use, but you have to wait for it to recharge, as you can see at the bottom down there. No, that's okay sound, I guess. Oh, it's I guess that's what it does when it's charging still. Alright, anyways, now we've got the Jeweled Branch of Horai, and this is a similar one. Actually, let's test this out on some of the mobs. What this one will do is when you right click, it will shoot a bunch of once that'll hit all of them. And if you actually hold sneak while doing it, it shoots them all around you. And this works the same way. It's got a recharge effect. Oh, I knocked off. Not a big deal. We'll put something up there. That's beautiful. So yeah, this has a recharge effect as well. And remember, right click to shoot in front of you, and of course hold shift or hold whatever your sneak key is to shoot all around you. The next item we're covering is the Redstone of Aha, and what this does is when you hold your right click button and then release, kind of has a nice little special effect. Release, and if I can hit a mob, it should set it on fire. Yeah, it sets it on fire. He was a little weak from the last time we roughed him up, but that is what that mod does. Now let me see. I've got all what each one does around here. So the next one is the Yuyuko's Fan, and this spams butterflies similar to the other one right in front of you, and I guess they do damage once they eventually hit. Come on now. Come on. Come on now. I think it was a little shy. Come on. A little bit slow for my taste. Yeah, most of these work the same way in that, oh yeah, see, it's got multiple effects because of the way it sends. And the same concept. You hold down sneak, and they will shoot all around you. Now this one, right here, the Mini Hakero, is something else. Let me show you what this baby does. So you actually need fire charges as ammo. This one doesn't have just infinite use. The item itself shouldn't break, as far as I'm aware, but you need 32 fire charges to set this baby off. Now excuse me while I lag a bit, but you're gonna see why. So we right click, and look what this sucker does. Oop, this one sets off like a laser cannon, and it fires off and has this really cool effect. See how bad that makes me lag? It's a joke. One more. We'll do another. Boom! That's insane. So that's what that one does. And then we've also got the Yuka's Parasol. Now this one shoots bullets all around you, and it's kind of like a girly one, and I'll show you why. Right click, and when the bullets land, they plant flowers all around you. Now the longer you hold it, the further out it will go. So you can see all the beautiful flowers. Let's just right click a bunch and just make my mod review area beautiful. Look at that. It's just gorgeous. Gorgeous! Gorgeous! Now the Tengu's fan is actually a really cool item that was recently added in the most recent update to this for 1.5.2. This basically just blows back the mob. Well, here we'll spawn a few more zombies. Oh, well, here's what we'll do. So yeah, it's kind of just got like a knockback. Whoa! What the? I've never seen it do that before, but I'm okay with that, you know. Alright, next up for grabs, we've got the melee items to cover, and we've got quite a big selection. Only one item I consider far too OP. Now, this one is called the Rukan Sword, and it kind of gives you like a running charge effect, almost like you're a samurai or something. So what you do is when you hold down your right click, and when you release, it gives you a little charge there. Now, probably shouldn't have placed creepers, so what we'll do is we'll just put a zombie real quick over here, and we're gonna rush him and show you what it does, because in addition to, oh yeah, I forgot I'm on alright, so here's what it'll actually do. So when you hold and right click it, I guess you jump right over him when you do that. Come on, don't die. When you run into him, it actually does damage to him as well. The sword itself is strong as an iron sword, and I don't know if it actually has any effectiveness, but yeah, it appears the mod maker says you can dig with it. I guess it's a little bit faster than dirt, and it shouldn't affect the durability when you do that. The next sword we've got is the TouHour sword, and this one actually requires experience to use its special effect. Let's give us a bunch there. So what this one does is when you right click with it, it's just a normal sword that you can left click with, but when you right click with it, it sets off one of these effects, which does a bunch of damage. Look at that, and it follows you around wherever you're looking. So I pretty much just laid waste to these mobs over here. I'll just set another one because I don't really like how this guy's looking at me. Come on. Yeah, I didn't think so, sucker. So that's what that one does. It just fires a shitload of bullets everywhere, and it just knocks out anything in your path. So I suppose that was a little OP too. Dang, everything's getting messed up. I don't know what is going on. Alright, anyways, so let's get some more mobs spawned real quick like here, and I will show you what the Scythe of Death does. And this one is actually one of my favorite looking, or one of my favorite weapons to actually take advantage of. So we'll just, oh gosh, let's make it night. I'm sorry. Look, I'm sorry. I forgot. I don't like you. Alright, so now he's not on fire, and we can show exactly what this does. So the Scythe of Death is real cool, in that when you hold your right click button, it drags mobs towards you, almost like for their impending doom. And when you hold down your sneak and right click, it pushes them away from you. Only to a certain distance. I think that's about the max distance, but remember, you can right click back and bring them forward towards you. So it could be a useful tool for whenever you want to either push some mobs away from you when you're being overwhelmed, or this, that, and the other. Now this one is called the Stick of Regret, and this one is hard to explain without showing you another item that I will cover a little bit better in detail in a little bit here. So let's get what's got a lot of health that I can show you. Yeah, we'll get a zombie pigman wherever he is. There we are. So this is called the Stick of Regret, as I stated, and what it does is it lowers the mob itself's health by 3/4 of whatever it currently is. So we're going to use the third eye, and this will tell you, as you see, there's his hit points. So now when we hit this baby with the Stick of Regret and examine him again, you'll notice he's at 7.5. Now I don't know if this has multiple uses. I'll check it out. If it does, it should do. So let's see what the damage is now. Yeah, to actually replenish your Stick of Regret, you just need to add more ink to it. But yeah, it's not really a weapon that I would recommend using for any old mob. It'd be better to use for a mob with a lot of hit points, like the Ender Dragon, because it will do a larger amount of damage, because it's a percentage based, not heart based. Now we can get into the Strange Festive God Pillar, which I actually just put right over here. And this is the most OP thing of the entire mod, I should say. It's as you can see from the recipe, it requires almost nothing important to create, and it's actually stronger than a diamond sword. So if you're trying to play legit with this mod, I wouldn't recommend using this. It's kind of cheap. I imagine the weapon is based off of something from the TouHou game. Tee-hee! And that's probably the reason behind that. Now we can get to the Sacred Sword of Toyosatomimi. Toyosatomimi. And what this does is it checks the area for any surrounding mobs, as well as gives you a basic location of where they are and how far away they are. So I'm going to go ahead and jump cut until we've got some more mobs and show you exactly what it does. Okay, now we're mobbed up, and you can see what this does. So when you right click, it gives you a general idea, as I said, of what mobs are in front of you. So you can see, oh, it even shows you the bat underneath there. So it shows you how many meters away, i.e. blocks, and it gives you which one it is, kind of where it's at, and then the distance. And the longer you hold it, the further back it reaches. So maybe I can pick up more than that bat. No, and it only shows up to 10. So that's the melee items, and now we can get ahead and show you some of the throwable items. Okay, now the throwables we have here are pretty cool, actually. We've got the enormous ceiling of Kinkakuji, some silver knives, and a homing amulet, and obviously we will cover all of these right now. So this is actually can be used as a giant ceiling that falls towards the ground and crushes any mobs underneath it. So let's see if we can do some damage to some of these guys. So yeah, just slowly crushes them. It's kind of hard to control, to be honest with you. It sinks into other blocks. I'm not entirely sure why. You can actually also ride it, and you can control it to an extent. It looks like I'm sinking again. And it can go on water, from what I read. You can actually use it as a boat. Anything you run into while you are on it, and while it's still working for you, will actually get hurt and damaged. Now you right click to get off of it, but yeah, there we go. Now we can get off of it. Hard to control, kind of buggy. Wouldn't necessarily recommend using it. Now we've got the silver knife. And this is just a throwable knife you can also use as a weapon. So let's see if we can hit a pigman from here. And it bounces off other mobs, and you can actually collect them again. And there's no durability issues involved. So as long as you can find the knife and it didn't like do enough damage to another mob, you can get it again. So this is a silver knife that is red, and it also bounces off walls. Well, yeah. See, went all the way over there, so that's pretty crazy. Now I've got something called the homing amulet, and what this does is you right click and it will shoot out homing card looking things that will lock in on mobs around, or actually you're supposed to hold down your sneak key and then right click to use the homing mode, and it'll take out mobs in front of you. As you can see, it kind of gets to them. Also a little OP, but it doesn't appear to do too much damage. And obviously I'm on creative mode, so I wouldn't have that many at my disposal normally. Right, so those are those items. Alright, now we can get into something called a mob utility item, which is, or that's the misc utility, mob utility item. And this is what I showed you in brief earlier. It is simply a third eye, it's called, and when you right click on a mob, it kind of shows you what health it's got. And these guys want a piece of me. They're all trying to shoot me. So that's as simple as it gets in terms of that item. Anyways, guys, that was part 1 of the TouHou Items mod. As always, it would be appreciated if you left a rating. I worked hard on reviewing all these to the best of my ability. And if you are interested in seeing part 2, you'll be able to check it out tomorrow. So all that being said, I'm Logdotzip, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.